Alright, welcome. This is going to be a quick little mod video on how to open up the Ace Elite 2.0 Ace. This one come in a mod pack. I don't know, it's actually pretty sweet. This one comes open pretty easy, so we'll be showing you this one. This one has already been modified. It was super duper hard to get it open, so I'm not taking it back open. I actually had to pry this open. So with this disclaimer here, tells you don't mod them, so just basically so you don't hurt someone or yourself. With that out of the way, I'm going to mod them. I'm going to show you how I did it. Now, this one I couldn't get open. This one you can actually get open with your hands. I could not get this one open, so I have more than one of these, so I was bound and determined to get it open. But what I had to do, if you run into one that's really hard to get open, I had to actually get a screwdriver in there and pry that tab out. You might break it, so make sure that, I mean, these are pretty cheap, I think $3 or so. But make sure you don't want to tear yours up before you do this, because you might be breaking it forever. Anyway, I was able to get that pried open. And once I got that one open, I set my screwdriver here and popped this one, then I was able to pull it out. So once it was open, it wasn't no big deal. Now, like I said, this one's had the dart post removed, and the restrictor is out of it. Nothing else. I didn't stretch the spring or anything. So these are identical. So I will open this one up and show you what I did. It's kind of standard stuff. It's just basically getting them open if you're not sure, because they're pretty ordinary. I mean, you could really pull on this and it won't come off. I actually had to push super duper hard, almost. I'm pushing it down on something to get it pushed back up on her. I could not do it with my hands. So make that known. This one goes together really good. This one don't. I don't know what the difference is other than the packs. They're exactly the same. Colors are different, but this one comes apart really easy and this one don't. But so this one here, like I said, modified. Took the dart post out and all that. Now anyway, to get these open, it's a lot like doing the Alpha Strike or the Slash, which I showed in a different video. But you take this here, grab right here, and twist it like this. So you want to twist it towards you. And then by doing that, you'll open that up. Now, I don't know how many times you can actually do this before you might tear it up. So make that be known, because it's just got the little tabs in there, and they could break. Now, when you pull it out, it'll just come right out of there. These things got a pretty big spring on it, pretty powerful, really, so you can stretch this out. And then right down in there, you'll see the restrictor. So you want to get in there with your pair of needle nose pliers, and you want to take that piece of plastic and you want to break that out of there. Now once you break that out of there, that spring, you'll pull it out with your pliers, and then the restrictor, you'll have to sit there and fiddle with it. You get in there and get a good look at it, and you eventually will be able to pull it out the bottom. Now once you've done that, you'll look right up here in the barrel and you'll see the dart post. It's the same deal as like what I did with the Alphas. So you'll pull you'll pull this dart post out. You can't get it all out, but you can get some of it out of the way, and then you take your screwdriver down in there, and you'll actually, the T's, it's got like 3 prongs in there, like any Nerf gun has, and Nerf blaster, and you'll break those out. Just take a screwdriver and just smack it. They break really easy, and then eventually it'll just fall out of there. So then your barrel will be done, and then you have your restrictor, so you're wide open on air. Now, this, like I said, there's no, it didn't have any O-ring at all. And honestly, this one doesn't really have any grease in it. I mean, there's a little thin layer in there. But they work really good. They make a lot of air. So in order to put it back together, it's a lot the same as your Jolt or the Alpha Strike or the Elite 2-hole Slash that I did a video on. You'll just pull this trigger in, and you just push your barrel back in. You push your plunger back in the plunger tube. Now, like I said, if you want to stretch your spring, go ahead, do it before you do this. Now, doing this right here, that one down there was really tough to do. This one here, it's not so big a deal. You just push it back on like that. Good to go. These do pretty good. They have a massive amount of air pressure in them, and that one there, I messed around with this one before I actually figured out how to get it apart. I was messing around down in here, so I was actually trying to break that stuff out without taking this apart. And I've actually messed the barrel up a little bit, and I think I cut it real deep, so the air, it leaks air. So when you actually hold your thumb over it, it just slams shut. So it's losing air somewhere. Like I said, this one here, you hold it and it goes down real slow. So something I've done to it in the past has messed it up. So this one doesn't perform as well as I think it should. This one here is running right around, I'm thinking about 55, 56, maybe even 58, close to 60 unmodified. And this one here is doing about 65 modified. So like I said, I'm losing air pressure, and I think that's just from where I messed it up before. I think these have potential of doing 70 pretty easy, really. Maybe a little bit more if you pull on that spring and stretch it out, it might be. But in this configuration here, like I said, I didn't gain a lot, but I think I'd already damaged this one before I actually got it apart and modified it the right way. So with that said, that's how you get the Aces apart. If you're curious and you couldn't figure it out, I messed with them. I couldn't get them apart, and I just made it that I was going to get it apart or break it. I didn't care, and that's what I did. So hopefully this helps you if you want to modify your Aces and make them do a little bit more. You just want to find a little project. I mean, they're super cheap. You break them, it's not really that big a deal. I mean, they're not that cheap, not that expensive. So, but yeah, hope that helps you in your modding endeavors. Thanks for watching.